Dear friends, welcome to this week's edition of the Inspired Parsha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read through Parshas Vayikra. Like every Parsha in the Torah, there's so many beautiful, rich Torah ideas, especially in the Hasidic world. But I just want to focus on one pasuk, one verse. This is in Vayikra, Perek Aleph, Pasuk Hey, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, V'shachat es ben habakar lefnei Hashem. He shall slaughter the young bull before Hashem, before God. V'krivu b'nei Aaron ha-kohanim es hadam. And the sons of Aaron the Kohanim shall bring the blood. The whole Parsha of Vayikra, a lot of it deals with karbanos, with sacrifices, which are things that are very difficult for us to understand. But there's still some lessons we can glean from karbanos, from sacrifices. What happened over here in this pasuk? A person had to bring a korban, needed to bring a sacrifice, and it says that he himself slaughtered the young bull before Hashem, before God, and only afterwards the sons of Aaron, the Kohanim, the priests, they bring the blood, which is the part of the ritual process of the korban, of the sacrifice. The question is why? Why does the person himself have to be the one to slaughter the animal before God? Shouldn't that also be done by the Kohanim, by the priests? You know, the priests, they were in charge of the avodah, the service that went on in the Mishkan, and later on in the Beis Hamikdash, in the temple. They should also then be the ones who slaughter the animal. That's part of the ritual process. That's part of the process of bringing a korban, of bringing a sacrifice. So why did the person who's bringing the animal, the korban himself, why does he himself have to be the one to slaughter the animal? And only afterwards, the sons of Aaron, the Kohanim, step in. So the Noam Elimelech, the great Melech of Lezhensk, says something beautiful. He says that the whole point of a korban, it comes from the word karov, which means close. The whole point of a korban is to draw us closer to God. What's the message over here? The message over here is that in order to draw close to God, we have to be the first one always to take that first step. The person who brings the korban, he has to be the one to slaughter it. He has to be the one to shecht it. Only afterwards, only after that, do the Kohanim, the priests, step in and continue with the service. This is a powerful message for us today. You know, I feel like very often in life, we all want to get close to God. You know, again, the word karban, karov, it means to draw close. That's the whole mission of the Jew, to draw closer to God. But so often, it's hard for us to take the first step. We just right away look and turn towards outside sources to help us, and we don't want to do that first step. The message over here, the Noam Elimelech explains, is that we always have to be the one to take that first step. After we take that step, then we can turn to others for guidance, for help, and of course we could turn to the master of the world himself. But it's all about us taking that first step. The initiative has to come from deep within. It has to be an action that we take. Only after we take that first step, and then we could turn to others for guidance. I want to give everyone a bracha, a blessing. I always try to end every episode of the Inspired Parsha with a bracha, with a blessing. Take that first step. Allow yourself, give yourself that opportunity to get closer to God. Take that action. Afterwards, you can ask others and ask others for guidance to help us to draw closer to God. But we can all do it. We can all take that first step. Wishing everyone here a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh. Thank you so much for listening.